Hey YouTube, Further73 here. Long time no see. 'Tis the 14th of December. It's been somewhere around 2 months since I put a video up. And as you can see, I've got the winter fluff going on. And unfortunately, I've got the winter blubber going on too, but I ought to stay warm, be well insulated. I got to do something about that. Getting old is not for the faint of heart. I'm out here in the winter shop today. Got fire crackling in my wood stove and water heating up for coffee. Just thought I'd do a quick update. Hadn't been on for a good while. Been all I can do just to keep up on watching everybody else's videos. I've been working insane hours at work and doing way too much of that. I'm smoking my little Dunhill Bulldog. It's a little Group 3 Bulldog, and I've got some Frogmorton Cellar in it here on a Sunday morning. This is my version of church. I'm not much of a church goer, but this is how I get my solace. I come out here and relax. Enjoy a good tobacco, some peace and quiet. I've got Dee Snider in the House of Hair playing in the background, enjoying a nice cup of hot coffee. And just getting some nice morning wake-up time out here by myself. The dog's sleeping over in the corner enjoying the fire. And trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the day. I think my wife has planned on everybody loading up in the old SUV and heading into town and buying a Christmas tree and getting it put up today. Get the holiday thing in full swing here. My youngest one is probably going to want to come out here and take over my shop and run his little experiments that he likes to do. He's quite the little scientist. He's always got some little physics experiment that he's seen somewhere on a documentary or something he wants to duplicate out here in the shop. And recently, he and I came out here on my little lathe, which I've got over here in the corner. I'll turn this around. You can see what I've got over there. My cluttered up winter shop, and then over here I've got my little lathe here. Little precision lathe. I've been doing a little turning, sort of getting into that, and really enjoying learning how to use the lathe and one thing and another. But somewhere back here I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Little project that my youngest son and I did. We built a little cannon. First metal project that I did on the lathe. I got a little BB cannon, 177 caliber, shoots a BB with black powder. Takes same size fuse as like a bottle rocket or firecrackers. But so in what little spare time I've had, that's what I've been up to. I've been hanging out here in the shop. Like I say, I've got it closed down in my winter configuration. I put in a wood stove this year so I can hang out here in the winter time and have a smoke and a cup of coffee and stay warm. And sneak out here and have a little bit of me time just so I can get my sanity back. Better cope with the ways of the world and the daily grind. Been doing a little pipe restoration. Been enjoying that. I think the last video I did was probably the restoration on that little Chacombe billiard that I picked up at the flea market. Which I've got it over here in the rack, I think. I've smoked it a few times. It smokes really well. it spends a little time in the car with me on my morning commute, back and forth. I usually try to sneak in a bowl on the way to work and maybe another on the way home in the evening. I've always got about an hour to drive each way when I'm working, so it works out just about perfect. The other thing I've been working on is, I showed you that lathe, and I've been dicking around with it, learning how to use it. You know, I used to, in high school I took wood shop, and I knew how to use all those shop tools. I've always tinkered around and done things with my hands, and worked with wood and one thing and another. And lately, last couple of years, I've gotten into pipes, and I've seen all these fantastic artisans out there. I've picked up a couple of artisan pipes. I got one from Unique Briar. He sells most of his stuff on eBay. Actually, he makes a really good pipe at a really reasonable price. I've got one of his pokers that I got for a little bit of nothing, that really smokes very, very well. And then this fall, September, I was down in Nashville and went to that pipe show and met a lot of people, had a great time, and was just I was really awed by all the new artisan pipe makers out there and everything that was going on with that. I was able to, as you remember, pick up this really awesome Joe Case, little Dagner Slayer. And I got to thinking that, I bet I could do something like that. So I picked up that little machine lathe over there. It's just a little 7-inch swing. It's an old Craftsman. Hell, it's well older than I am. I think it dates to the 1940s or early 50s, late 40s, early 50s. It's an AA109. It's a little Atlas lathe made for Sears back in the day. It's a little slow, not real powerful, but made that cannon and a couple other things. I actually turned a couple of pipes. My father just turned 70 recently, and I thought, well, hell, he went and looked at the lathe with me to make sure it was in good shape. He's a retired machinist, tool and die guy, so I had him go with me to take a look at it and make sure it was worth the couple of coins the guy wanted for it, and didn't have any major issues. So for his birthday, I made him a nice little briar pipe, and it turned out pretty well. He loves it, carries it in his pocket all the time, says it smokes great. And I got to thinking, well, hell, I've got to make one for myself now, as you talk about how good this one smokes and whatnot. So anyway, without rambling anymore, yesterday I finished up a pipe for myself on my little lathe, and I've yet to smoke it. It's a nice little chubby billiard that I whipped out. It's got a nice little hand cut stem. It's solid German Cumberland vulcanite. The lighting is shit, so you can't really see the swirls and whatnot in there. But if you check out my Instagram, I got a couple pictures up on there. But it's got a nice big deep bowl, and stuck. There we go. It's all handmade stem here, and you notice the tenon is a little bit larger than average. Got a nice little chamfer in there, and it's actually taper drilled. It's all hand cut, and you can see. Well, I don't know if I can get the light to work for me here, but there's the button, and cut the slot by hand, and I did the drilling and the chamfer on the lathe. I turned the tenon, and you know, the little decorative bead there. And you know, one of the things I saw down there in Nashville that really kind of fascinated me were the so-called reverse calabash pipes. And I found one that I really liked by Grant Batson, but well, it was way out of my price range. So I thought, what the hell? I think I could probably do something like that, and that's where this idea came from. So here's the Stummel, and you can see down in there the bowl. I don't know if you can see the hole. I was able to get it centered up pretty good. And then there is the inside of the shank. You can see it's a nice reverse calabash. It's a 1/2-inch diameter bore, and it's I don't know, it's an inch deep, 1.5 inches, something sort. And then you know, but anyway, that's what I've been up to for the last little bit. This is, like I say, the first one that I've made for myself. It's the second pipe that I've done on the lathe, where I did all the drilling and the carving and everything myself. I made a kit. I think I showed that pipe in a previous video, maybe one of my introductory video I did. But this is the first one. Excuse me, puberty. This is the first one that I've done for myself from scratch, starting with you know, briar block from J.H. Lowe, and I think I got the Cumberland rod from Vermont Freehand on eBay, and put it all together, and looking forward to putting the first load of tobacco through it later today. And if I've got time, and well, if I've got uninterrupted time, I may do a video with this guy in its first smoke and give you my impressions on my handiwork and see how I feel it came out. I'm actually pretty happy with the way it came out, just looks wise. You know, got decent grain. It's got one little flaw in it. You know, let's see, make you dizzy. There it is. You can see it glint right there. Just a little flaw. It's a pretty nice piece of briar overall. There's a couple little flaws over here, but it's not going to affect the way it smokes. I really don't give a shit. I thought about maybe doing an epoxy fill on it, but I didn't have any epoxy, and I didn't feel like going to town to buy any, so I said to hell with it, and I went ahead and I stained it and finished it up. It's got a wide open draw. I'm really looking forward to it, hoping it's going to smoke well for me. But anyway, that's what I've been up to. What about you? What's everybody else been up to? I've been watching Birdman's videos. He's got a lot of them up. He's been really prolific, which is awesome. He's got a lot of good information out there. Been keeping up on the Dagners and their new venture into the pipe business. I've got 2 pipes in my shopping cart right now, and I think I'm going to pull the trigger on those later today if I can sneak away from the wife and get those on the way. Really looking forward to trying out one of Jason's pipes. And really, that's about all I've got for now. I just thought I'd take some time out. I just did a video response to Birdman 5691 for his 125 sub contest. And thought, well, since I've got the camera out and I've taken the time this morning, I'd sit here and do a video for my own channel and just give you a quick update on what's going on in my messed up little world. And enjoy a little heavy metal hairband music from the 80s and have a nice smoke and enjoy a fire this morning. So drop me a comment, let me know what you're up to. Thoughts, opinions, whatever, you know. That's what it's all about. Sweet smokes, everybody. Till next time.